Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. Welcome, I'm Mike. This is Mike's Deal Finder Reviews. Today we're reviewing a Borescope off of Amazon, brand new product. It's never been listed before. Full disclosure, it's the first time I'm actually using a Borescope in my life. The company reached out to me for an honest review, so that's exactly what we're gonna do today. We're gonna see if it really works, if it's worth it, and we're gonna find out right now. This bad boy is actually pretty handy, depending on what type of project you're doing, DIY, home repairs, auto repairs, things like that. The Borescope camera actually does come in handy for getting into like the nooks and crannies of like small spaces. That's exactly what I did just to kind of test out the camera, everything else. So let's start with the packaging. It does come in this box, as you see here. Even more special than the box it comes with is gonna be the hard shell case it comes with as well. I love to see any product with this. It automatically, in my experience, like upgrades the value, the quality of the product, so you can store it while you're not using it. It's super handy. Opening it up inside, it's gonna come with a pair of gloves, which I did not expect as well. That's nice to have in case you're doing, you know, something maybe like a little bit less cleanly, inspecting a sewer, a pipeline, a drain, a toilet. Really nice to have just for, you know, sanitation. It also does come with two of these alcohol pads. Comes with a USB-C charger, USB one end, USB-A on the other, and a little pack of accessories here. I believe one of these is gonna be a magnet, and then the other one's gonna be a hook. And of course, you know, the Borescope itself. It's gonna have a 5.5 foot cord right here, so that's plenty of real estate space to do pretty much any kind of DIY project that you're doing at home. You're gonna see all of the controls right here on the front. 5 orange controls on the top here, plus 2 additional orange buttons on the bottom. To turn it on, you're just gonna press and hold the power button on the left side here, and then it's automatically on. As you can see, the Borescope camera lights up on the end, which is adjustable by 3 different brightness settings. So you can, you know, again, depending on what you're trying to look at, if there's a glare, if there's a reflection off of, you know, a pipe or a piece of equipment, you can adjust that or turn it off completely. You can record or even take still photos. It does also come with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. You can always upgrade that on your own, put in a bigger one. Because I know that there's a lot of Borescopes out there on Amazon that are not gonna have a built-in screen like this, let alone at 1080p. A lot of them are gonna be using an app on your phone, so simultaneously while trying to hold and fish the Borescope through whatever you're doing. You also have to hold your phone and use your phone. It could get kind of confusing. So I like to see that it's a built-in screen here. There is a zoom in, zoom out button right next to that. An OK or hold, which is what basically an enter button because it is not touchscreen. Flip button here as well. In case the image is looking a little funky, you can always reverse it. The far right button here is going to switch between media modes. So whether you want to take a still photo, record, or review the actual footage that you've already captured, that's all going to be controlled by this left button. Now, one of my favorite parts is going to be, if you can see here, the little dial. You move it up, will control the very tip of the Borescope camera, so you can kind of angle it, the tip anyway, to get a better look at whatever it is that you're trying to see. My cat loved this just by just by messing with it out of the box. My cat was obsessed with just the fact that this wiggles like that. So at the very least, he loves it. Now, personally, my car is actually going through it. The parking sensors or the sonar sensors, however you want to say it, actually went out on my car. Frustrating part is that the sensors are in the front and back bumpers in a place that's not easily accessible unless you have like a full lift jack, which I do not, or if you have a Borescope, because I actually was able to use this to kind of really, I was just trying to see if one of the sensors was unplugged or came unhinged, and maybe that could have been the issue. Unfortunately for me, that doesn't look like it was the issue. I believe like one of the sensors actually just burnt out, so I'm gonna have to take it in and get a new sensor replaced. One other thing that I noticed that, you know, other people were using this for is to check your brake pads. You can actually use this for a number of different things just in your vehicle or just with auto repair. To take it even further than that, you can actually use this in your toilets, in your sewage lines, in your sinks. If you have a clog or something like that, or you dropped, I don't know, like a diamond ring, something valuable. This actually is IP67 waterproof, which is super nice. So you can actually fully immerse this into water and not have to worry about the camera, the lights, or any of the components in it. You can actually use this in your air vents, your AC vents, your HVAC systems. Off the top of my head, one thing I can think of is like if you're concerned with mold or something like that, you can always fish this through, or even a tear in your actual AC vents, just to inspect, see if there's anything funky growing in there, or if there is a tear indeed, or a leak, something like that. Again, this is the first time I've ever used a Borescope camera, but for what it's worth, I think it's a great deal. It comes with the hard shell case here. It has a number of different accessories, a 32 gigabyte memory card. It has the built-in 1080p screen with a bunch of different features there. Captures both video and you can take still photos with it. I'm not a huge mechanic myself, but when I can just check on something something really quick to see if, again, my parking sensor was unplugged or detached versus, you know, burnt out or needs replacement. This comes in handy for that. It's super handy to have just in your house, in your tool bag. I highly recommend it. There's a number of different use cases for this product, so I suggest you take a closer look. I think that the price is really good for the value and the quality that you're actually getting. But there you have it. This was the Borescope by WANAWAONG. I believe is how you say the brand name. If you like this video or if it gave you any insight or value, please give it a like or a heart or whatever's at the bottom of it on Amazon. I'll catch you in the next one.